Last time this man was on the show, he wasn't on Zoom. He was handing me a bottle of tequila or vodka that I took straight to the face,
straight to the head,
and then passed it to. I took it from Gronk, and then I think I handed it back to Bert Kreischer.
Kenny Chesney and Edelman were also there.
Okay,
so I don't know.
Segura. It was all big. Yeah, it was all big haze. Yeah. But joining us in support of the Art of Sport L.A. Bowl, hosted by Gronk, is Gronk himself, Rob Gronkowski. Good to see you, Gronk. How are you?
Hey, Rich, man, it's a pleasure seeing you. I want to date back to the last 2 times that I saw you when we had that flight, going from Miami to L.A. And then we just reminisced about how Coach Belichick showed off his 8 rings. And I still laugh about that moment because we were both laughing about it on the plane because it was hilarious just how he was just, blinging out. And then I was handing you shots at the Super Bowl last year with Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura. We had Kenny Chesney. We had Julian. What a party that was. That was 9 a.m. as well. So it's a pleasure to be back on with you, Rich. You're the best, man.
Right back at you, Gronk. And I saw you at the roast, too. The Brady roast this past year as well. Yeah. By the way, let me ask you this just to start this thing off. Is it true that you spiked that shot glass and it wasn't planned? Like you just took the shot glass and you just threw it down on the ground? That was just off the cuff?
No. Yeah, that was it was true that I spiked the shot glass. That's for sure. But no, that was part of the script to spike the shot glass. It was actually not even my idea. When I was in the room with all the Netflix writers, we were going over all the jokes, what I should say, who's saying what, if I have any jokes, all that type of things. At the end of it, they were like, hey, how great would that be if you spiked the shot glass? So actually, at the end of my script, right after my last joke, it says, hey, take the shot with Bill and Tom and then spike the shot glass. So, it was a kind of a team effort. Netflix came up with the idea, and then obviously I thought it was a great idea, and I followed through with it.
And you rolled with it. But you did write some of your own material, correct? That happened.
Yes, I did. So the Netflix writers, they did an unbelievable job to get you started. You talk to them. Hey, what do you have on Julian? What do you have on Tom? What do you have on anyone else that's participating? And then you just talk to them. Then they write some of the jokes. And then you kind of give them some jokes. They clean it up. And at the end, they came back with about 75% of the script, after talking to them and them understanding me understanding them. And then my one good friend growing up, he actually literally wrote 4 of the jokes as well that I used. Yes. And then there was 4 other jokes that I came up with personally as well. So it was just a team effort. And then also I went off script a little bit too and used some of the jokes that they actually didn't approve and that they took off the script, that I was like, no way. I'm going to use these jokes that are coming to my mind because it's the perfect time to do so.
Were those the ones involving Belichick or Tom?
Those were the ones that he could, what? Perfect moment. Oh, all right. Joke that got pulled off my script. Kabam!
That was a hell of a night, Gronk.
You're a legend, man.
That was a hell of a night, man. And I'll be honest, though, just to I guess, be a little serious about it. Then the Brady night in New England a few weeks later, where he got his number retired, and I kind of feel like that was a better night because you got. It seemed like it was a group therapy Patriots session at the Brady roast that night, Rob. It felt like you were getting a lot off your chests, everybody, that night.
Actually, it brought everyone together. That's for sure. I mean, we're freaking all. I swear, we were all close. We all loved each other. We all appreciate each other. But like, it brought us together even more, man. Like, that was the first time that we've even seen Coach Belichick since he was released from the New England Patriots. It's kind of the first time that I've seen Coach like outside of the football world as well. And it was just so unbelievable to talk to him, to catch up with him. Same with Mr. Kraft being there. Same with all the old school teammates. So it brought back the whole entire New England organization, a lot of important pieces, you know, of that organization, and the players, you know, that, you know, started that, you know, dynasty from 2003, and then the ones that continued it all the way through 2000 or to 2020, whenever it ended. But it was kind of a therapy session. And now, whenever we all see each other, you don't even think about anything that went down in the past. You know, we got everything off of our chest, and now it's just all about love and helping each other out. So it made that night when Tom went into the Patriots Hall of Fame, that induction, it made it that much better and that much personal because we got everything off of our chest at the roast. And it's not like we were beefing like that anyways. It was just, you know, just a little, you know, things that may bother you a little bit, but hey, not anymore.
I love it, Gronk. I love it because I sensed it, and it was great to see as well. And what do you think of Bill talking to the University of North Carolina and seriously considering becoming a college coach? Rob?
Well, let me tell you this. It would be great for the college football players to get coached by Coach Belichick. There's no doubt that Coach Belichick will succeed as a coach to teach these young guys about the game of football, the ins and outs, how to deal with football, how to deal with situations. And that kind of transfers to your personal life as well. If you can handle situations on the field, and Coach Belichick can teach these young bucks, these kids that are 18, 19 years old, it will help them in life as well. The only question I have is Coach Belichick going to get sick of the situation of the NIL, of recruiting? I mean, I already know Coach Belichick. He hates dealing with that extra, you know, activity, you know, even at the pro level. He's all about football. Being a head coach in college isn't all about football. You know, it comes with a lot of BS to get guys there. I'm not sure if he wants to, you know, go all in with that, and if he's willing to go all in, or if he's going to put a team around him or not. But football-wise, I think he will be great. Recruiting-wise, I don't know how much into it he wants to go. That's up to him to figure out, my man.
Yeah, it might be, you know, others handling that part of the business for him, or that part of everything for him. But, you know, I just do remember, you know, when you and your family, when you got drafted, Belichick was sitting in the draft room thinking maybe they should knock it off on the stage, right? The Gronks all going out there. And, you know, you're a college kid at that point. You're not yet professional. So that's the question a lot of people have, too, is how he would handle the young personalities in college, Rob.
Yeah, exactly. And these young personalities, I mean, it's a whole different era now. I mean, it's not like he can take social media away from them. Like, you got to let that all fly 100%. You got to let them do their thing off the field as well, I feel like. I mean, that's what it's all about. And then this new millennium of kids, you know, just to not be a football player, but to be someone else outside of football as well. So it's going to be a lot to deal with in the college world, and maybe he's up for it, and maybe he knows how to handle it, and he feels like he's going to be in a situation where he has a great team around him. But I can just tell you this, so I want to see him back in the coaching world. I mean, this guy is the best football coach in the game. He has the most knowledge of football than anyone else out there, inside and out. He knows the playbook, the rule book, all that, and special teams, defense, offense. I mean, this guy has knowledge for days. He knows every scenario, every situation. So I just feel like it's up to him on what he wants to deal with if he goes to the college level.
Yeah, I mean, you got a good example of what makes for a great coach in this regard, Gronk, that, you know, a coach tells a player, hey, you execute it this way, this is the way we're going to win. And then he will also say, when this situation comes up, we can do it this way. And then that situation does come up in the game. Like, he gives you the answers to the test, and he tells you this is the way it's going to be on a Tuesday, and then on a Sunday, it actually plays out that way. You got a great example from your playing days with Bill where that happened?
Yeah, you hit it right on the money. He's always 2 steps ahead of all the other coaches. There's no doubt about that. And I would say when we were playing the Baltimore Ravens in the I'm pretty sure it was in the playoffs. I think it was the year we won the Super Bowl. Yes, it was when Julian had that pass.
Yeah.
And then we went on and then we played the Indianapolis Colts in the AFC Championship game. So it was the division round when we played the Baltimore Ravens. And he knew the rule book inside and out. And we had 5 plays where we moved the tackle to my side. I lined up to next to him. So we had three offensive linemen in a row, then a tight end. And then we had Who-Man, the other tight end. He would line up at the tackle position, and he was eligible to go out for a pass. And no one knew. And it tricked the defense, and it tricked Coach Harbaugh. And he was flipping out on the sidelines saying that it wasn't legal to do that. But really, Coach Belichick knew the rules so much. We called the play 2 times in a row on a desperate drive. Who-Man, dropped back like he was pass protecting at the left tackle position, and then once the defense folded out, linebackers dropped, then Who-Man just turned around. Tom dumped it to him about 2-3 yards on the field, and we called it 2 times in a row. 2 first downs on a crucial drive, and then our momentum went on our side, and we ended up winning that game because of that type of play call and that type of knowledge that Coach Belichick had.
Love it. Rob Gronkowski, future Hall of Famer, and of course you love him on Fox Sports right now, right here in the Rich Eisen Show. You are already in the college game, sir. The Art of Sport L.A. Bowl, UNLV and California in SoFi, coming up in a couple of Wednesdays, December 18th, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 Eastern. I mean, look at you. Is that the belt? Did you hand out that Gronk belt to the winner? Is that it?
Yeah, that's what we do. Whoever wins, I think it's MVP of the game. They get the Gronk belt. And that's what it's all about. That's what these college kids love. So is Coach Belichick going to love all this gimmick stuff, handing out belts, handing out a freaking chain to a guy that gets an interception? I mean, that's not all about football. That's the question. Can Coach Belichick handle that time? I'm still young enough and still in that era where I love that stuff, obviously. I'm handing out a belt to the MVP, the amp them up. They're holding it above their head. They're putting it around, their waist, all that good stuff. But, yes, we got the Art of Sport L.A. Bowl December 18th. I was hosting it last year. I'm hosting it again this year. It's at SoFi Stadium, state of the art. Obviously stadium where the Olympics are going to be in 2028 as well. Last year, Boise State lost to actually UCLA. So that was a huge turnaround for Boise State to make a comeback like that. And now they have a bye week in the college football playoffs, which is pretty incredible. But we got UNLV Rebels facing the California Golden Bears this year. UNLV's ranked. They lost to Boise State in the Mountain West Conference game. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Going to bring the energy to the table just like I did last year. So it's December 18th, 6 p.m. Pacific time. It's the only game in the world, only football game in the world that will be going on at that time and that as well, which is really cool because there's a lot of football in December, a lot of college and NFL going on, but this is the only game that's going on that night.
Yeah, with a pregame tailgate in the plaza too, and it's an awesome plaza at SoFi. Music, food trucks, photo ops, that sounds like fun, and then it spotlights your Gronk Nation Youth Foundation and the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Los Angeles. There's just lots going on. I love it, man.
There is. I was actually at SoFi Stadium literally about 12 hours ago putting the Boys and Girls Club, sponsored by Shell. Thank you for putting it on. We were at SoFi Stadium. We had about 8 drills going on, and kids from 8 to 12 years old. We had about 200 kids there running through drills. I was throwing passes to everyone. And right after that, I went right to the airport, caught a red eye. I'm back here at my house. I slept for like another 2 hours, and I woke up, and now I'm on a little media tour. So I'm just grinding, man. I got 5 days off after this, though, so I'm not worried about it.
I saw what you were doing on Sunday. It was you, Brady, and Edelman, right? Look at you guys right there on the set.
You can't get rid of us, baby. I mean, what's cool is that Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback right there. Then you got Julian Edelman, who had the most receptions out of any receiver that Tom ever threw to, and then you got me, who scored the most touchdowns that Tom ever threw to. So that's the Three Amigos right there. That's a duel that will last for a lifetime.
It's a trio.
Oh shit! I meant a duel of receivers that Tom has. There we go. There we go. That's what I meant. I saved myself.
Good save.
Hey, like I said, I just got off of a plane, Rich. Okay.
You got it. No. It's okay.
Gronk, I love you so much.
You are the greatest, Rob Gronkowski. I got one last one for you here. I know you got to go and we're up against it, but screw it. Everybody thinks, I shouldn't say everybody. Many people think the Chiefs are more lucky than good. And you know what it takes to try and win in this league and defend a Super Bowl in this league. Where do you reside on the Chiefs being 12-1 right now, Gronk?
All right, I would say like 90% good, 10% luck. You got to always have luck on your side, but luck comes because of the preparation and always being ready to go. And that's what the Kansas City Chiefs are. They know every scenario. They know how to deal with every scenario. I mean, they're kind of like the New England Patriots. When we were winning the game, they're coached very well. I just feel like they play down to whatever game that is going on. It's not like they're playing their game. They're playing the game that's going on, and they adjust to the game that's going on, and then they know how to finish as well. They're the best team in the league that can go down, with 3 minutes left on the clock and finish the game and not make not make any mistakes at all in order to finish the game. So I'm putting my money on the Kansas City Chiefs. I bet against them before. Besides, when I played them, if I can play them personally, then I'm putting the money on myself because we beat them in the Super Bowl that year in the AFC Championship. But if I'm not playing versus them personally, I'm putting my money, not against them because they know how to get it done. And they proved me wrong. I bet against them, over the last, couple years. And it definitely lost those bets. So it's the Kansas City Chiefs until proven that someone else can beat them.
LABowlGame.com for information and to purchase tickets and suites for the LA Bowl, the specific name of it, the Art of Sport L.A. Bowl, hosted by Gronk, UNLV, and Cal at SoFi in Los Angeles next December 18th. Hey, Gronk, love you, miss you, man. You should come on anytime you want. You and I make a perfect trio. We do. You and I are a perfect trio. You want to know why we're a perfect trio? Why is that?
Because I'm going to save it again because this is the third guy right here. My doggy. So there's three of us, baby. So, hey, I always got media to do, Rich. So if whatever I got, I'm going to request to come on your show, man. I love
Thanks,
you,
pal.
baby.
Right back at you. What's your dog's name? What's the dog's name? Ralphie. After
A Christmas Story.
Christmas Story.
Hey,
Yes.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Rob Gronkowski and Ralphie.
Yes.
Right here on the Rich Eisen Show. You're the best. Take care, Gronk.
See you, Gronk.
See you,
Yes,
man.
take care,
There
guys.
you go. There's Gronk, everybody. The one and only.
I love Gronk like a member of my family.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.